does your crush see you? Let's do a pick a card reading and find out. Should you ask them out? Should you take a chance? Let's find out what will happen if you did ask them out and how would they respond. Hello, Jenny here from Chulasa. My dog Babushka sitting in the corner. Okay, so we will get into the pick a card reading. Don't forget, please, guys, to comment, like, and subscribe, and even share the channel. That would definitely help my channel if you could do so, please. Let's get into your selection. Thank you. Right, so now we have the beautiful sun coming in to bless your piles. So you can pause right now and choose your selection. Pile number 1 is the red jasper. Pile number 2 is the purple amethyst, and pile number 3 is the green malachite. So choose pile 1, 2, or 3, or choose red, purple, or green stone, whatever one you want. And I'm going to get into your reading now. Right, if you have chosen pile number 1 or the red jasper, then this is your reading. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is, this is you can decide if this is your reading or not, is we're going to describe your crush. Okay, so this is the person you have a crush on. Now, obviously, just have to listen into the information and decide if this sounds like it's definitely your pal. Okay. You are asked, so it feels like you and this person, you may not have completely embraced your feelings for this person. Okay, so it feels like you've tried to push your feelings for your crush aside. Okay, you haven't allowed or accepted that you actually have feelings for this person. It's almost like you've told yourself, it's just a crush. You know, there's that whole, I think it's Jennifer something. It's just a little crush. No, I think that this is deeper than a crush. Okay, so you, and possibly even the person you're dealing with, it's almost like you don't want to admit that you've actually got feelings. Like, to you, it's just, I just think that they're hot. But no, you actually, there's a lot more you have to accept. There's a lot more surface level, deeper than the surface level stuff with this person. And with the 4th house here, this person is here to transform you, and you're here to transform them. There's a lot of transformation around this person or around this situation. Okay, now you may maybe this person's from your family. Well, not maybe, not judging, but you know this person maybe through your family is what I'm getting, or through their family. Okay, there seems to be some kind of home-based situation here where you may be feeling like maybe you know each other through family members. There may be a connection with family, maybe you met through family members. But what I'm also getting, and that could also be the reason, you know, maybe if you know their family or they know your family, it's like one of those shitting on your own doorstep situations. So you're not allowing your feelings for this person to actually surface because of the fact of, you know, for whatever reason, it feels taboo, or I shouldn't really have anything for this person because we know each other's families and this could really be messy. But you and this person have the same values. You and this person have the same inner foundation. There's something that's deeper about this situation than a crush. Okay, so this is not just a crush. This is someone who's come into your life for a very valid reason. Now, that does not mean that every person that comes into your life for a valid reason is meant to be there forever. But the more you fight it, the less transformation you're going to go through. Okay. So this person may have very strong Venus in their chart, Libra, Taurus, perhaps. You would have to know their full birth chart to really know it. This person may be very beautiful. That doesn't mean that a male, you know, swap it around. Attractive is what I'm saying. This person's very attractive. You're very attractive. There's physical attraction. And that's the whole thing. You're thinking to yourself, you know what? It's just a physical attraction. Like, seriously, this can never go any further because it's just a physical attraction, but it's not. Okay, this is not just a physical attraction. This is not just a crush. Okay, so you're here to find out how they feel about you. And I can tell you now, without even starting, this is deeper. Okay, this is like something that it is transformational, this situation, and it needs to be looked at further. Again, not to say that this is your future husband or wife, but this person and you are meant to meet. Okay, this is not just a off the whim crush. Okay, this person may be very artistic, or there's a lot about the arts. Okay, this person is, I mean, Libra really loves, and I'm speaking from experience because I am a Libra, and like I said, they may have Libra in their moon, their rising, their Venus, some very strong sign. Librans love beauty. They love beautiful sunsets, beautiful sunrises. They love art. They love beautiful, things to do with beauty. Beautiful areas, beautiful places, beautiful food. It's just, Libra takes it all in. And that's what I'm getting here. This person has a lot of interests. This person is perhaps a mother, or is very motherly. Even if they're a male, they're very motherly. They like to help people. They're very home-based environment. So in other words, they love their home. They love to be around home, around people, nurturing people. Perhaps this person likes to entertain from their home as well, is what I'm getting. Cooking, having people around. This person may just also be a homebody. They'd like to spend a lot of time away from other people. So if this sounds like your person, it sounds like the situation, then this is definitely your reading. Okay, so that's what's, as I said, that's the whole point, is for this introduction to turn around and go, hell yes, this all makes sense. Okay, so let's see. So I want to make sure these cards are not, okay, I had them upside down, then they would have all come out reversed. Okay, so now that we've established who your crush is, and you've either left or you're still sitting here, let's go deeper. Okay, wow. Files unknown. Okay, I'm just going to put that there for now. Right. So your crush is someone who, at the moment, it feels like their paths are really unknown. So it does feel like, again, you may be just as confused as this person, okay, is about you. And that's why I said it does definitely feel like this person's within your environment. So you may work with them, you may bump into them all the time because of, like I said, family connections, but this person's definitely within your environment. But again, they, if you look at this Akashic field, again, this is about the Akash. You were meant to meet this person, okay? Because their energy was around you way before you've ever met, okay? This person's influence on you is been there from day one. You just didn't know it, and this person didn't know it either. And again, there's this information that comes from the Akashic field that shows that this person was, you and this person were meant to meet in order to work out some things in your lives. Now with a karmic trencher, this tells me that you or this person most possibly have gone through quite a lot of karmic relationships, or pulled through the trenches in your life. Okay, you've been pulled through negative stuff, or negative karma, or negative cycles, and this is all the reasons why you will meet, because you will help each other to get out of these karmic trenches. You will help each other to transform your inner lives, get out of the negative rut, get out of the negative mindset. There's a lot of past negative energies that you don't realize you've helped each other through in the field. There's needs to be more communication between you and this person. And I feel like the more deeper you talk about things, or the more deeper you go into things, I do feel like the more you will get to know why this person is here, okay? So communication is really key for you and this person. There could be, again, there is a bit of like a spiritual soulmate here for you and this person. This person may be a great communicator as well, but I feel like the communication needs to happen for you guys to get to know each other more on a spiritual level. Now, the next three cards that came out is quite interesting. That one was the final card. We got the King of Roses, the Chess Game, and the Scribe. So the King of Roses tells me that there is romantic feelings, or there will be definitely romantic feelings that needs to be explored further between you and this person. So this is not just a crush, okay? There is deeper feelings here, or there will definitely be deeper feelings the more you get to know each other. The thing that worries me the most is the chess game in the middle tells me that there are going to be people that will try to interrupt this. So again, there could be family members, family members, other outside influences that are not going to be happy about this connection. And someone is going to be playing games in order to rip this connection apart, okay? So it does feel like there's definitely, with the unknown paths, other pathways that could be pulling either you or your person away from each other. The scribe here does tell me, though, that this situation needs, again, deeper work, needs deeper, there's something deeper. So the scribe's really about, again, with the communication. It's very interesting. This is about writing, written knowledge. The scribes were very intelligent. These were people who came from, well, way back to, you know, days of Egypt kind of thing, where scribes were very intelligent people that would take on and write down the knowledge of the gods. And you had to be very selected to become a scribe, okay? You can see that these are all these scrolls that are now, I mean, you can see here, there's like an ancient room. And these scrolls are now being put together into, you know, books. So there's something about like really deep ancient knowledge that you have and this person has. And it, again, this is all part of this weird purpose that you guys have together, okay? To come together, to bring about knowledge, to bring about communication, to bring about some kind of truth. So I'm hoping that this makes sense, because if this doesn't make sense, then I really don't think this is your pal. This might be quite specific to someone, because, you know, if you have this huge pull towards Egypt or towards biblical days or history, then this is definitely your pal. Because like I said, there's something that you two need to transform or bring out, or some kind of, justice that has to be done. And the initiation here, this is the initiation of Count Saint Germain, is again confirming the whole transformation. It's like you guys have this deep initiation that needs to happen, and it needs to happen together. So yeah, this is a bit of a weird woo-woo pal. And I'm hoping that this makes sense for someone. And if it does, please let me know, because right now it does feel a bit weird. But this is exactly what I'm getting, is that this situation is very much a soulmate relationship. It's not just a crush. Again, we're not going into the, are we going to get married? Maybe, maybe not, who knows? But this is definitely, there's a very good reason why you've met each other. And this person definitely, the transformation I think you both get out of this is going to be huge. So this person could be a great teacher to you, or you could be a great teacher to them. I feel like it's to each other. So yeah, how does this person see you? So let's get into that. You know, how does your crush see you? Well, how does this person see you? How does this person think, or what do they think or feel when they see you? think somehow my deck is set the wrong way around. My deck's upside down. I don't mind having reversals, but not if the whole deck is upside down. Okay, that makes more sense. Wow. Wow. Okay. So with the moon card here, that's very interesting. The Hangman. The moon card shows your crush has a crush on you. The moon card's all about the things that are not seen. It's all about it's not being revealed. Something's not being revealed in the situation. The moon highlights things that are hidden in the dark. If you turned off all the lights in the town and there was nothing else in the moonlight, then that would be your only guide, in the dark. And so the moon is really about deep emotions. So there's deep emotions here. And it definitely feels like you and this person share a past life. And maybe that past life was perhaps in Egypt. I'm just getting Egypt, but it could be like really, really ancient times is what I'm getting. And so again, this is definitely not just a crush. This is definitely not just a random encounter. This person and you were meant. It was like fated that you guys met and that you met at the time that you met, because there's so much more beyond what you are seeing, okay? This person sees you as someone who's a hard worker. This person sees you as someone who's trying very hard to grow your life, you're someone who puts in a lot of effort. You're someone who tries very hard, and this person recognizes you for being a really hard worker, whether it's working at yourself or working at manifestation, but this person really recognizes the efforts that you put in. The Knight of Cups tells me, this is someone who has emotions, okay? So the Knight is romantic. This person has romantic feelings for you, okay? So they see you as a romantic person, or maybe they think that you could be their knight in shining armor, or this person would like to be your knight in shining armor. This person, again, there's something about art or creativity. This person may be artist, or you may be an artist. It does feel like something in this situation came out of the blue. There's something about this is like serendipitous. It was like this, it was so weird. Again, this pile feels very weird and woo-woo, because that's the whole thing. It's like you met in the weirdest way. It was out of the blue. It wasn't an online dating experience, I don't think, anyway. I'm feeling like it was just so weird and random how you met. With the Knight of Swords, again, this person really wants to move things forward and to do so quite quickly, okay? Because the Knight of Cups is a slower mover to the Knight of Swords. So one person wants to take things very quickly, the other person wants things to slow down. So I'm not really too sure what that is, but someone definitely wants to move things into a faster situation. The Hangman here normally talks about things being in suspension, but this is in reverse. So again, there's a sense of enlightenment. I mean, this is the original Hangman. He's hanging upside down. In any pictures where you see, or any pictures anywhere where you ever see like a yellow globe around a person's head, that is talking about gaining enlightenment. So again, there's this transformation, there's this enlightenment, there's this spiritual knowledge. And maybe both of you are needing to surrender to what this actually is. And again, it's not just a crush. So yeah, pile number one, this is a bit of an odd one. And again, it may not be for everyone, but I do feel like more needs to be said. Yeah, there's something about intuition. One of you is not attached to your intuition. This is a wish fulfillment, but you're feeling a little bit left out, or yeah. There's definitely a need to communicate. This pile is definitely, you need to communicate. You need to open up. You need to tell this person, or at least have this kind of conversation, because you'll be surprised to realize that this is not just a crush. And again, if this did not make sense to you, then don't force it to fit, because this is not your pile, okay? This is definitely for a certain person or a certain group of people. Okay, so this is how your crush sees you. This is the situation around your crush. And maybe we can close it off with a how would they feel? How would they feel if you had to contact them? How would they feel? Let me get some closing advice. No, I don't want to use that deck. What do I want to use? Sorry. Let's get this deck. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you are seeing the situation accurately, again. And then we had Horus. That was also Horus. Again, Egypt. Why is Egypt so important in this pile? Would be very interesting if you and this person did a past life regression. Very interesting. Trust. Trust. You just have to kind of trust it. Spiritual law of attraction. Again, there's this metaphysical law of attraction, manifesting each other. Right. Again, it's Throfford, Tehohet, Hermes, Egypt. Look at that. Look at the pyramids. This is so random. So please, you know, I would really love to... Oh, look at the bottom of the deck. Come out of the closet. You know, that's about revealing who you are to someone. Maybe writing. Maybe, again, we've got this writing. Maybe you and this person are writers. Maybe you were both scribes in a past life in Egypt. This is really odd and random. So again, this is not going to fit for everyone, this pile, definitely. But if you are still here, I'm assuming this still fits you, then definitely you need to come out the closet. You need to reveal and trust that that this is correct. This one is so that random that this is fitting and you are still here, then you have to trust it. You have to just go forward. Maybe you need to write them a letter. Tell them how you feel. We've also got something about the moon, very relevant. Again, the moon wants to highlight, wants to reveal to you the truth of this crush. So, pile number 1. Hopefully this is for you. Comment, like, and subscribe, and goodbye. Hello, and welcome to those who chose pile number 2 of the amethyst stone. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to describe your crush, and then you may decide, yeah, this is my reading, or no, this does not make any sense. Okay, so miracles and blessings, everything has its gift. So you feel like this person is a gift from spirit in some way or form. Maybe you've been asking for this or someone like this in your life. Maybe this person's just been very kind to you and helped you through your life with a bit of a blessings. Okay, we've got Libra here. So it doesn't have to be Libra because you've got Libra and Virgo. Again, they could have Libra and Virgo in their chart. Doesn't have to be, okay? Justice. So this person is someone who maybe they like things to be just correct, or they like a lot of justice in their life. They like things to be balanced. This person is perhaps very creative in some way. This person has a bit of an elegance to them. This person's quite diplomatic, very sociable person, and very good with partnerships, okay? With Virgo, this person also likes to analyze things. They're very intelligent. This person, they're very reliable, and maybe that's why you think or feel like this person could be a miracle or a blessing in your life. This person, they like things with purification. They might like things to be almost perfect sometimes, or they might have high expectations in certain areas of their life, or high expectations for themselves. Detail orientated. Yeah, this person might, you know, everything might be in the detail, or the details are very important to them. Maybe they're very good with looking at the details in life, or helping people with the details. With the troubleshooter, again, this person, you know, again, they like to help other people, or they're very good at fixing problems, or I'm getting quite intelligent, or someone who, you know, people go to them because they can help them fix problems. Or maybe this person's IT as well. There's obviously that. You know, someone who's analytical, IT, business orientated, programmers, lawyers, you know, anything that's quite important for them, accountants, someone who's quite important with the details. Okay. So if this sounds like it's your crush, then this may be your reading, and we can go forward. So the first thing I want to have a look at is, you know, the situation. What is the actual situation with you and this person? Pile number 1 was just so random. I couldn't even try to understand it. Let's hopefully pile number 2. Who's pile number 2's crush, and what is the situation with the crush? Is this just a crush? How does the person see them? Tell me about this situation. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Okay, interesting. It's interesting when I get similar cards coming in for the 2 piles. There's always 2 piles that have very similar energies. Okay, so pile number 2. Okay, so we've got the Buddha prepares at the bottom of the deck, and I feel like that's quite relevant. The War of Roses. With the Queen of Keys here, it feels like the person you got a crush on, and please, when I say them, and it sounds more like you, just change the energies, okay? It's just the energies of the situation. I'm just going to bring it back, the cards in focus. Someone in the situation has patiently been waiting, maybe it's you, for this person to maybe recognize them, or for this person to ask them out. But there seems to be this sense of waiting or watching them from a distance. I really feel like there's this, the Queen of Keys, she is waiting for her husband to return for his work or whatever. She can see him in the distance. So that's why I feel like you're watching this person from a distance. Even if you see this person every day, it's like you watch them. This person may be quite attractive, okay? And that's why you feel like they're out of your league or something like this. But this person's quite attractive. Again, you've got someone, he's got scrolls in his hands. It doesn't, he or she, again, swap the roles. But this person's very attractive, and they may be very intelligent, or again, you know, architect or scrolls, you know, computers, science, law, something to do with that. Just throwing it out there. Because we've also got the scales of justice next to it. Huge Libra energy here. And again, they could be in their chart somewhere. You would need to know the birth chart to find out. But this is telling me that there may be some kind of legal, karmic energy to this relationship, okay? So I'm not really too sure what that is, but it does feel like there is something that you will learn from each other. But what worries me a little bit about this situation is I don't see anything happening right now. It feels like we've got the karmic trench, and we've got the chess game as the final outcome. And it does feel like you or this person's going through it at the moment, okay? And you or this person has had people play mind games with them. And for some of you, and I'm going to put it out there, this is going to be a trigger. You might not want to hear this, but this person may be playing you, okay? If that feels like it resonates, then take it, okay? Because for some of you, with the King of Wands, the karmic trench, and the chess game, as well as the balance card, which is also the justice card, this person could be a karmic relationship for some, okay? So if this is not only just a crush, but you feel, but you've been in a fling with this person, then this person is playing games, and you need to see this from a different perspective, okay? So like I said, someone needs to hear this message. It may not be for all of you. For others, this person is in a karmic relationship and someone's playing games with them. Okay, so adjust the situation to what suits you. If this is all resonating with you, of course, because, or you are in a karmic relationship with someone and you being pulled into the trenches. Someone is playing games in this situation, okay? Someone's having games being played with them, because the chess game says someone is manipulating someone in order to get what they are wanting. And they've been pulled into a karmic trench, meaning they are feeling very low. They are being pulled into fights. They've been pulled into drama. They've been pulled into negative mindset or negative mind, and things need to balance out. Okay, so this situation does not feel very balanced. It does feel like communication needs to happen. The seasons between summer and winter may be quite important. And it's also saying you need to be able to focus upon your own happiness, because again, it does feel like things are in suspension here. Someone is waiting, and someone else is dealing with stuff. Now, it could be, again, I have to throw all scenarios out there because we've got different people watching. This person may be going through a divorce, or you may be going through a divorce, okay? Because we've got legal matters, we've got the scribe, again, legal contracts, legal matters. So someone's dealing with legal matters, they're dealing with negativity, they're dealing with playing games. There's a lot going on in this reading for someone in this connection. Okay, so that's why things just seems like, because under the Buddha prepares, and I felt like I had to say we got the Wall of the Roses. Again, dealing with a person who's not willing to change, not willing to bend for the other person, and it's their way or the highway. Okay, so again, I don't know, this is resonating, but that's the situation that's surrounding this connection. So if you're going through that, or this person's playing games with you, and you're just waiting for them to change, then this is your sign that, yeah, you need to pay attention. Or the person that you've got a crush on, they're going through something so hectic right now, or you're going through something so hectic. Either which way is it, it's not really, it's not giving me vibes of this working out at the moment anyway. But let's see, how does your crush actually see you? How does your crush see you? What do they think of when they see you? How does your crush see you? There seems to be blocks. That's what I'm saying. There seems to be blocks. So please take whatever resonates in this situation. How does your crush see you? Okay, Hangman again. This time it's in reverse. Again, I have to put it out there. Someone is not willing to put in the work and effort. I mean, the Seven of Pentacles upright is really about someone who works very hard, someone who's willing to put in the effort. You know, this is someone who plants seeds, waters those seeds daily, and nurtures the seeds in order for them to grow. As you can see, he's kind of grown a bush. The pentacles are, you know, it's earth energy. Yes, he may be a farmer, and now he wants to, you know, he wants to become a wine farmer. So he's now thinking about all the money he can get once the bush is grown and he's got his grapes. And he's waiting patiently for the work and the effort. In reverse, it just tells me that this person, maybe this person sabotages his things. Maybe this person has a problem when it comes to grounding things into reality. The Hangman in reverse means, again, we had the Buddha prepares on the one card. It's about things being in suspension, but it also feels to me, we've got the Devil card here. It tells me that this person is put themselves into a sense of suspension. This person has some kind of toxic behavior or a toxic repeat cycle. Again, it could be this person is involved with a toxic person. Okay, and this is, either which way, this is going to affect how they see you. They do see you as a partner. They do see you as someone relevant to them, but there's just a massive block. And like I say, take what resonates. You may be with a karmic, you may be in a toxic relationship, which has put this into suspension. Okay. Ace of Swords, some kind of truth has to happen. There is a burden. Look here. You can see these cards here as this person, they just don't want to see the truth. They don't want to see what's going on. They don't want to see, maybe you don't want to see the truth. There's some kind of truth in the middle here. There's a truth of a burden. This may be weighing you down, maybe waiting for this person to come forward. It's weighing you down, okay? And again, if this is not sounding like you, then this is weighing this person down. Some kind of truth has to happen. The Wheel of Fortune does tell me that fate is going to step in here somehow. It's either going to shake up their world, or fate's going to step in and bring you something better. Because, look here, this is interesting. It feels like this person's not emotionally mature enough to handle you. I have to put it out there. Someone here is not being very mature. The King of Cups in reverse is not someone, they've not connected to the emotions. They've got no idea as to what they want. No idea at all. But these cards tell me that fate is going to step in. You need to take a leap of faith into a new situation. Something that's solid, because the Ace of Pentacles leading to the King of Pentacles, means that a new situation that's coming in, a new offer is coming in, is going to lead to huge amount of stability, okay? This is something you're going to have to just take a leap of faith into. It does feel like to me that spirit guides are saying that this is not really worth your time and energy and effort, okay? If this person is going through all of this and you're just waiting for them to carry on going through all that, then this could be a sign for some that fate will step in and change things. But I don't think, and we're going to get some advice for you, I don't think you should be waiting right now. It feels like it's inevitable. You know, the hangman can be seeing things from a different perspective, but the cards that are surrounding the hangman tells me that this person right now, this situation is not going to pan out. You're going to be waiting a long time for the situation to improve or for the situation to change. There's something very karmic, toxic around this person or about this person. And I do feel like you need to put your head into a different direction, okay? Power of joy. Yeah, we had the Sun card there. Persistence, fertility, priorities. Okay, so priorities wants to come out. Balance, home, flow of prosperity. This is what Spirit is saying. You need to focus upon yourself. Your priorities need to be focusing on your own joy. Focusing, try that again. Focusing on your own joy. Focusing on the things in your life that are fertile, the things in your life that want to grow. Focusing on your own career, focusing on your own prosperity, focusing on your own home life, okay? This is your priorities right now. It is not to be focused upon or waiting upon someone else that may never ever come your way. And even if they do, when you are in a state of waiting, you are saying to the universe that you are not good enough, that you will continue to wait. And if you're in this toxic situation, you are asked to focus upon yourself anyway, because when you focus upon yourself, you know what you want, you know what you deserve, and then the right thing that's meant for you comes into your life. I don't think that this situation is a positive one, and it definitely is not the right one for you. And definitely not now anyway. You know, maybe perhaps a couple of months' time, you or your person needs to sort your life out quite drastically before, if anything happens. And if you have been in a situationship with a person that you've been waiting on, and this person is playing games, then this is your sign to seriously move on, because the fertility card tells me that there's something better coming in for you. It may be small, it may be fertile, but it's got more room to grow compared to someone who is not interested in helping themselves. This person may be so low in their own lives. You know, you may be the blessing and miracle in their life, but they don't appreciate what you've done for them. They don't appreciate the work that you've put in. So remove yourself, okay? There's something better coming in for you. Prosperity or something with your career. So focus upon yourself, focus upon your happiness, put your priorities straight. And then I think you'll see this clearly. You'll see this person in a different light. I feel like you've put this person on a pedestal. That's what I'm getting. It's like, well, this person's so attractive, but this person's buggered up. Their minds are messed up. You know, you've put their attractiveness or their popularity or something about them, you've put it above your own self, is really what I'm believing, okay? So yeah, take whatever resonates, pile number 2. But yeah, spirit guides are saying, please focus upon yourself, make that your priority, focus upon your own joy, persist in your own pursuits, persist in working on your home life or your career, and yeah, something better will come along. Anyway, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll chat to you soon. Goodbye. Welcome if you chose the green malachite. This is pile number 3. Okay, so this is going to be a description of your crush. If this does not resonate or if nothing makes sense here, then maybe this is not your pile. Okay, so I've got your forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. We've got the Cancer card. Now, they don't have to be a Cancerian. They could have Cancer in their chart. Just listen to the words. I need home, family, nurturing, responsiveness, safety, protection, hunger, and longing. We've got Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. And it's about mutable signs. Now, mutable signs are Pisces, Gemini, I think it's Sagittarius and Virgo. So they could have those in their chart. We've also got a shaman, a mentor, a maverick, wholeness, shapeshifter, and a wounded healer. Okay, so listen to those words and tell me, does that sound like your person? Your crush is someone who is holding on to past disappointments. Something has happened to them in their past that they need to forgive. So they either need to forgive themselves or the person or the situation that they have gone through. Because unfortunately, that's why, or that's where their focus is right now. They may be focusing upon their home. Now, also very similar to pile number 1, this person may know your family members, or this person lives near your home, or maybe your next door neighbor. Something about the home is relevant here, or the family. So again, you met them through family members. You got mutual family friends. This person is just a serious homebody. I've got this person's very nurturing. They like their protection and their safety, but they have got a hunger and a longing. That, you know, they want to belong. They want to be part of something bigger, more than what. Yeah, they've got a lot of needs. This person has got a lot of needs, and they need their needs met. But at the same time, this past disappointment has held them back. Chiron is the wounded healer. So again, you know, this person deals with a lot of wounds. They've got a lot of inner wounds, but they don't realize that they're a shaman. I really can't talk today. They're a shaman. They've got a lot of they're a mentor. This person is meant to heal people through their own pain. So they're meant to use their pain for gain. Okay, so this person's dealing with or has dealt with a lot of inner child wounding. They've got a lot of pain. Okay, so if this makes sense, if this sounds like your person, but they're also really good shaman. In other words, they're really, as much as they're dealing with a lot, this person's also very nurturing. You get a sense of this person so intelligent, and you know, they're a maverick. So it's like they don't even realize how great they are, but you see how great they are. Okay, so if this is making sense, then this is your pile. Now, if none of the piles made sense and you've now got to this pile, then maybe, you know, this reading is not for you. Okay, just putting it out there. Because again, you know, sometimes it might just be for 3 people, 3 piles, 3 different people. I can't get something for everyone. Okay, anyway, if you're still here, that means that made sense for you. Let's get into this. So tell me about this situation. Whoa. Okay, Sun card. Will, wisdom, and mind. Again, this person has so much. King energy, Leo energy here as well. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. Okay. Sands of time. Okay. The bird's nest. The Akashic library. Wishes fulfilled. Wow. Karmic trench. Archangel Gabriel. That has come out in every single reading. Interesting. I'm going to get 2 more cards, bottom of the deck. Bird's nest. Again, home, nurturing, expansion, growth. This person may look after their family or, financially support their family, or their family is really important to them. Definitely their home. Archangel Michael, right. Lots of archangel energies here. And the initiation. Gosh, this is so interesting. How so many of the cards have repeated themselves. The War of the Roses. Very interesting here. Very interesting. So this situation with this person, it feels like this person's a wish fulfillment. There's something about this situation that's you've always wanted. It's something that deep down inside you've really always wanted. You've manifested each other. There's a lot of nourishment here. We've got a lot of food in the wish fulfillment card. It's a beautiful, scenic, abundant area of food and abundance of nourishment. So there's something, very nourishing about this situation, or will be something quite nourishing. Again, this person's a nurturer. So this person, their intention is to help other people or to look after other people. Maybe you both like to look after people. Sands of time. It does feel like there's a decision that needs to be made here. And it's time to make a decision. So someone here has to make a decision, and it's got to be made pretty soon. The will, wisdom, and mind. Again, this person's, they have a lot of passions, but they also got deep emotions. This person's more intelligent than what they think. The crown. Again, we got 2 cards here. Possible Leo energy, strength, courage. Maybe this person needs more courage to come forward, to tell you how they feel as well. There's something very symbolic about perhaps Ireland or the Isle of Man with the knot here. So, there may be this feeling of, a past life in Ireland somewhere there, or Isle of Man, or, some kind of Celtic past life. The karmic trench. It feels like you or this person's going through it a little bit again, with dealing with the trenches of life, dealing with the heaviness of the War of the Roses in the background. It feels like someone is dealing with people who's my way or the highway, people where it's one-sided. And I'm not too sure if it's this person or someone that this person's dealing with. But someone's definitely pulling them into the trenches. Someone is definitely not giving back. So they may be helping someone, a family member or a friend or an ex, and they've just been pulled into the trenches by this person. Archangel Gabriel here says that communication needs to happen. It feels like you and this person communicate well, or need to communicate well. And it does feel like there needs to be a bit of a lifting up. Maybe you don't realize how much you lift this person up, or this person can lift you up. It does feel like there's some kind of help here. The transformational card again tells me that there's a lot of transformation that could be happening within this situation. Again, there could be healing or deep healing that's coming in to help you or help the situation. I want to know about this War of the Roses, if that is them, my way, the highway, or someone they're dealing with. I want to know about this War of the Roses here. Okay, they are breaking up or ending something. There's a split in this situation. There's a split up. So something's coming to an end for this person. That's what I'm getting. This person is going through, or maybe even you. There is someone who's been dealing with a my way or highway, a fighting, someone who does not want to surrender, someone who doesn't want to give back, and they're breaking up. Sorry, my whole throat just clogged up. And it's funny with Archangel Gabriel here, there's something about a blocked communication. Someone's not speaking their truth, but it may be because they're going through their own battle here. So they're about to end their jobs, or break up with someone, or have someone in their life, or an ending in their lives is happening. And this ending is because they've been dealing with some kind of karmic person, okay? Spring and autumn, the next season I'm getting is going to be quite relevant to some kind of change or some kind of communication. It does feel like something quite important is transforming. Okay, so that's kind of what's happening in this situation with the crush. Now, again, we've got the muse. Yeah, this person, you just feel like this person, I don't know, you don't realize that this person is a muse. How does this person see you? How does this person feel about you? Are my cards all upside down again? Yeah, it feels like they're all upside down again. Okay. So again, we've got the death card here twice. So this person could have a lot of Scorpio in their chart as well. What I'm getting is, so this person sees you as someone who is popular. This person sees you as someone who is, so this is a man who's riding his horse. He's got his victory wreath. He's riding into the crowd, okay? And the crowd are cheering him on because he's won the battle. So this person's popular, this person's famous, this person's got a lot of attention. And this person sees you as someone who's popular or someone who has a lot of attention. They might admire you just as much as you admire them, okay? With the death card here, though, it does feel like, again, both with white horses. It's interesting. Feels like with the death card, this person sees you again as someone who's very transformational. Like you could transform this person's life. This person sees you as a bit of a muse. Maybe they feel like they have to maybe also end something again for them to come forward. So take that if that resonates, especially if there's perhaps a divorce that they could be going through. This person sees your walls are up though. They see you as being a little bit defensive, or again, there's this higher ground, up on a horse, higher ground. In some way, this person looks up to you and they don't know how they can get close to you. Maybe it's them that's defensive. Maybe it's their energies. So go and take what resonates. But it does feel like this person feels like you are above them in some way. Things need to be balanced out in this situation. They also see you as highly intuitive, positive in many ways. That they see you as being intelligent, intuitive. How do they feel? I mean, it's not really telling me feelings here. Okay, so the Knight of Cups. At least there's something romantic here. This person does have romantic feelings. So this person may be a little bit slow. Again, we've got 3 white horses. So they see you as innocent or pure. White is a good, it's a good card. It's almost like this person's a bit shy around you. They definitely feel like you are high up. That they feel very highly of you is what I'm getting. With the white horses, again, it's something like this person feels a little bit bashful or shy, or feel like they have to get to you, they have to defend or block other people, or they'll have to fight off the crowds just to get to you. That's how this person actually sees you. So it's quite sweet, actually. The Knight of Cups is romantic. So this person feels just as romantic about you as you do about them. But I do feel like there is something that's blocking this situation, either on your side or their side. It's blocking them from coming forward. We have got the Lovers card here at the bottom of the deck. So again, there's definitely possibilities of some kind of soulmate situation. Now, that doesn't mean for the rest of your life soulmate, but it does mean that there's definitely a soul bond here. Okay, so what advice have we got for pile number 3 for their person? I mean, what advice have we got for pile number 3 for their crush, the person that they have a crush on? Oh, yes. Ganesh is here to say, yes, this person is crushing on you too. This person has feelings for you. And Ganesh is the one that's going to remove the obstacles. So there's definitely an obstacle between you and this person getting together. And some kind of karmic situation. But Ganesh is here to say, don't worry. She's here, or she is here to come in and remove the obstacle. Could be, yeah, this person could be, so it could be, there's definitely another female, doesn't have to be his wife or her wife, if it's a woman. It could be a sister, a daughter, or a mother. Someone is in the way of the situation moving forward, okay? It could be a female friend, okay? It could be an ex. So take whatever resonates here. But there's definitely a feminine that is in the way of this situation. But Ganesh is going to be removing this person out of the situation. Okay? Go now. It's funny. See, I said balance. I feel like things are going to be balanced out. Okay? The advice for you is to go towards your happiness, to go towards anything in your life that that you want to be working on, okay? It does say you're detached from the drama, so don't get involved in the drama. Don't get involved. You might be having someone coming in your life that's a karmic trench. It doesn't have to be them. And if you are dealing with this karmic trench and you are breaking up with someone or getting rid of people in your life that's not positive, then spirit guides are just confirming that don't get pulled into other people's dramas, okay? But the advice is here is for you to meditate, for you to go now towards something that is positive, for you to balance your career life and your home life. This is what you need to focus on. Trust that Ganesh will remove the obstacle in order for this situation to happen. Now again, I'm not stating that this person is your long life partner. I'm saying that this person wants to be romantic. This person wants to come forward. The Knight of Cups is on his horse. He's on his way to bring a romantic offer. You know, ask you out on a date. But because there's an obstacle, it just means he's slightly delayed. So in the meantime, go towards what you need to be doing. Meditate, work on your home life, work on your career, work on your relationships, perhaps with your own mother, wife, sister, or wife wouldn't be advisable if you got a crush somewhere else. But work on your own self at the moment. Detach from dramas. Work on everything that you need to do at the moment while this obstacle gets removed. Because yeah, this person does obviously have the same feelings for you. And I do feel like, you know, with the miracles and blessings, sorry, not miracles and blessings, that was a different pile, but forgiveness. There's definitely, as I said, some kind of disappointment or something that's needs to shape shift, some kind of wound that needs to be cleared first. So either you need to work on forgiveness or they need to work on forgiveness. But either way, just have faith. Things will work out. Thank you so much. Comment, like, and subscribe, and goodbye.